That's us live.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi
Hello.
guys.
Good evening. And welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, San Francisco by Night. I'm your host and storyteller, Gordon McGee, and this is our cast of vampires. Starting from my right, Piper, would you like to introduce your character?
Yes, I am James, also known as Piper, and my character's name is James Stewart, who is a street musician toreador.
Very nice. And Rachel, would you like to introduce your character?
Yes, my character is called Dr. Annabelle Bishop, and she is of Clan Malkavian. And that's all you get to know.
Sally, would you like to give us an introduction?
Sally, you're mute.
Damn it. Hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do that every time. Hello, I'm Sally, and I'm going to be playing Calliope, who is of Clan Hecata.
Clan
Did you say it?
Hecata.
Hecata.
Like, Kata.
Hecata. Yes. And we shall enjoy the character development together.
We shall certainly indeed. Next up, Fluffgar. Would you like to introduce us to your character?
Yes, my character is Ava Swillen, who is a barista in a bookshop and is perfectly normal and nothing's going on at all.
And what clan does Ava belong to?
Well, if she had the clan, it would be Tremere. So
And finally, Lazy Egypt. Would you like to introduce yourself to us?
I will be playing Dr. Simon Hill. I am a new lecturer to what is the University of San Francisco or Colleges America?
Well, funnily enough, it's called the University of San Francisco.
Yes.
San Francisco.
So
yeah.
yes, he has been recently brought in, so he's new to the city, but not new to other things. He is a Clan Tremere.
Clan Tremere. Okay. So, Vampire the Masquerade is quite often a dark game with mature themes, and with this in mind, viewer discretion is advised. Safety tools will be used. The players have informed me of their lines and veils, and as all situations can never be accounted for, I ask that players request the game be paused if anything comes up that makes them feel uncomfortable. So, with that, let us move on to some background information. In late 2018, the Prince of San Francisco, Vannevar Thomas, moved his entire court south to claim Praxis over Los Angeles. Vannevar hasn't been seen since the Kindred of LA declared the re-establishment of the Anarch Free States, and he was denounced by the Camarilla, who believe he has met the final death. After Vannevar left San Francisco, a brief but bloody turf war broke out between the city's anarchs, the various Camarilla factions vying for Praxis, the Quajian, and even a few Sabbat-Cell that were still in the city. However, in the battle for control of the city, there can be only one winner, and the kindred who now holds Praxis over San Francisco is the Ventrue known as Julian Luna, who through clever scheming and deal brokering gained the backing of the Toreador and Nosferatu clans. Prince Luna's reign has been for the most part peaceful, but it has also exacerbated many of the problems with San Francisco. Because San Francisco is a city of duality. It is a city where East meets West, where wealthy tech moguls drive expensive cars down streets lined with tents inhabited by the homeless, where the living rub shoulders with the dead, anarchs walk the same streets as Camarilla, and for tonight's story, where 1 year meets the next. Our coterie serves as probationary members of the Camarilla within San Francisco, as lackeys and gophers to the Sheriff of San Francisco, Mary Alice Horn, a kindred of Clan La Sombra. Now, during the daylight hours, the people of San Francisco bustle about. They eat breakfast, go to work, take walks in the parks all around the city, or just spend the day trying to get by. Our player characters, however, do none of this, because they are dead. As the sun lowers in the sky, their lifeless bodies begin to stir, and they awaken for another night in their long unlives. It is this point I will ask all of you to make your rouse checks for awakening for the night.
9.
Just got a subscriber.
Thank you
We just
very
got a
much.
subscriber. Oh, cool.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you very much, Gleipnir Badger.
Very kind of you.
Thank you.
Oh god,
Yeah,
how do I do this?
succeeded.
I got a 9 success.
I got a 8.
I got 0
What
successes.
what do I roll?
Oh no!
You got a
Dr.
5.
Hill
though.
gets hungrier.
Nom nom nom
Just
nom nom.
woken up hangry.
Yes.
He's a hungry vampire.
That's just real life. That's not part of the story.
How do I do this?
On your character
Uh,
sheet, there'll be a button that says rouse check. If you just click that.
It's underneath hunger.
Oh, there it is, of course. Sorry.
Oh, you wanted me to do it on there and not on my dice roller thing?
You can do it on your dice roll thing as well.
Okay.
Just
Got
as
one
long as you're rolling a
success.
dice to get it through. Did you pass or fail, Sally?
I passed. I got a 9. And it was a success.
Fantastic. So, yeah. Some of you are fine. Some of you are hungry. And you have each of you, worked under the supervision of Sheriff Horn for some time. And while you have been aware of each other, this is the first time she's called you all to her downtown office at the same time. Sheriff Horn's office is richly decorated, though it's a little too dark to properly appreciate the decoration. Portraits of Sheriff Horn from various decades hang on the walls, showing the sheriff dressed in fashions dating back at least a century. She is an attractive blonde woman with blue eyes. She tends to dress in dark colours. Curiously, however, none of these pictures are photographs, not even the ones that look the most recent.
Are they
So
oil paintings?
they are paintings, yes.
Oh.
Whether the oil is questionable.
It's all different colours of blood, isn't it? Let's just lick the painting.
Let me test.
Oh, wait, it's Marmite.
Oh.
So, while you're
Love it.
waiting for Sheriff Horn to arrive, what are you all doing? So
I'm gonna be sat in the corner like a sulky teenager. Gonna be sat in the corner.
I'm going. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I'm going to be, Dr. Annabelle's just going to be sitting like straight up, perfect posture, just sitting, waiting.
I'm just sort of leaning against something, a wall or a pillar or whatever's available. And I've got that book that I'm like thumbing through.
I always have my instrument with me, wouldn't I?
You
Yeah,
can have
oh.
your instrument with you if you wish.
Okay, so I'm just sitting with the instrument on my.
Sally.
I thought you were going to say you were going to be sitting playing the Hurdy-Gurdy.
I'm not playing it. I'm just sitting thinking away, just making sure all the strings are fine and my the cotton on the harp is all nice and all neat, well tidied. Maintaining the instrument. Give it a nice rub down.
Okay. If you would like to describe your characters to each other.
I am not a tall man, not a short man, just the sort of average guy. He's a little slender, a wee bit thinner than usual. He's getting on in age. He's not quite got grey hair, but most of it is starting to turn. He's basically wearing lecturer's outfit with leather elbows, and he's just kind of glancing around the room, kind of like trying to eye up everybody that's here, see who's potentially worth keeping around.
Who's next? Right, I'll go.
Calliope. Oh,
Oh, you go. No, you go first.
we're all being too polite tonight.
Yeah.
Calliope is a 15-year-old girl. She's going to be wearing like gothic emo outfits with the big Doc Martin boots and long black straight hair, and basically is just a typical 15-year-old girl who just hates the world. And it literally vibes from her.
You could feel the hate.
I can just feel teenage angst spreading around the room.
Exactly.
Is that one of your disciplines? Just teenage angst?
Yes.
That's a Oh, what's the ability that Tremere get, the presence thing?
How many dots and presents do you have, Sally?
None.
Aw. Okay, so who's next?
I'll go next. Ava looks like sort of kind of a hipster who's going for a vaguely French revolutionary look.
Yep, that's definitely hipster.
Yep.
Mhm.
And also has a little berry.
French Revolution mixed with Saved by the Bell vibe.
Yeah, something like that.
My guy was sitting looking like something from the Golden Renaissance of Italy. Nice, fine, flamboyant coat, shirt, trousers, and nice clean pair of boots.
Okay. Is that everyone? Have I missed anyone?
My character, she's wearing a leather jacket and just black jeans and some trainers. And if you look closely, you can see she has some tattoos. You can't really tell, and there's some on her hands and sort of one on her neck, but you're not too sure. She doesn't look anything like she was presenting herself to be.
Interesting. Okay.
Good evening.
Blonde hair.
I'm Dr. Hill.